As Michael and Melanie Anderle were leaving the diner in the Love's Travel stop outside of Ena, Illinois, followed by their 12-year-old daughter Shane holding their bag of leftovers, two men approached them. Both were well-dressed and middle-aged. "Excuse me, folks," said one of them. "Could you give us a moment of your time?" Michael didn't judge them to be any sort of threat, so he readily came to a stop. People rarely threatened him anyway. Not when he stood 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighed almost 300 pounds. Besides, the man had a definite English accent, of the upper crust variety, not Cockney or Scouse, and Michael shared the usual American reaction to it. "Must be a polite fellow." And never mind that, as a British friend whom he'd met in his first tour of duty in Afghanistan, who was from Liverpool and did speak with a Scouse accent, had pointed out to him, the British reputation for brawling was far worse than that of Americans. "Sure," he said. "I'm Dr. Malcolm O'Connell. The doctorate is in mathematics, not medicine. And my companion here is Colonel Sam Peppers, recently retired from the United States Army. We're with a private company that's researching some aspects of four-dimensional space-time. To that end, we've developed some instruments that allow us to probe the fourth dimension while shifting constantly through the other three. To put it another way—" "You're studying time while moving through space," said Melanie. She gave the Englishman a sweet smile at the startled look that came to his face. Michael didn't give a damn himself, but his wife could get irked at people who assumed that a truck driver was a semi-skilled Neanderthal. Neither of them had completed college, but they'd both spent time at community colleges. Perhaps more to the point, they both liked to read science fiction. Listen to it mostly. Audiobooks were a blessing to people in their line of work. Melanie's reaction might have had something to do with the fact that she was blonde and buxom, and a lot of males tended to assume an inverse relationship between breast size and IQ. The colonel grinned. "Right on the money, ma'am." Melanie made a face. "I figure I'm at least 2 decades short of needing that term. I'm Melanie Anderle. The oversized fellow next to me is my husband, Michael, and this is our daughter, Shane. So, what do you want from us?" "We found that having over-the-road truckers carry one of our instruments is the best way, at a reasonable cost, to get the data we need." "Define reasonable cost," said Melanie. She was the one who always did the dickering when money came up. "We'll pay you $300 a month, transferred directly to whatever bank account you choose." "How big is this instrument?" asked Michael. Michael considered what the colonel was saying. He knew about the event in West Virginia. By now the blogs were all over the fact that when Grantville disappeared, it was replaced with a chunk of 17th century Germany. There were even reports of the government hiding Germans from that time in Area 51. The same was true of the prison that apparently went all the way back to the Jurassic. And the cruise ship. They'd found a bit of Formentera Island in the Bahamas after that one. It was clear that these guys were studying those events and possibly others like them. But Michael would confirm that before he agreed to anything.